porch light still flickers at 9:15, just like it did when your hand was in mine. The swing still creaks like it holds a ghost, and I still sit where I held you most. Cicadas hum where silence grew, and the air still smells like late June dew. The screen door moans when no one's near, but I still wait like you'll appear. These porch light memories, burning soft and low, hold the shape of you in their golden glow. Time don't speak, but it sure can sting, when every quiet night feels like everything. Mama's radio plays from the kitchen wall, same old blues, same midnight call. I trace your name in the wood I carved, where summer's laughter used to start. We talked about leaving under this sky, but never knew how good goodbye could lie. Your perfume's gone, but the wind still plays like you might round the corner any day. These porch light memories hanging in the air like smoke that knows you were once there. I light a cigarette, but it's not the same as when we passed it name by name. I left town once, chased neon dreams, but every bar just sang old themes. I came back tired, hollow with gold, to find the port still brave and old. The stars don't ask, the breeze don't care, but this old swing still leaves a spare chair. So I poured 2 cups, though I drank alone. This porch was ours when the world was gone. Porch light memory, soft as goodbye, lingering corner where shadows lie. You may be gone, but the flame don't fade. It dances with ghosts, this house we made.
She didn't slam the door, just let it close slow, like a chapter you know is ending, but you still read it slow. No yelling, no blame, just the quietest break. A silence so loud it made the window shake. I still hear the echo of her keys in the bowl, like church bells tolling for a half-buried soul. She walked through the hallway like she'd done before, but this time her steps didn't lead back anymore. It's the sound of her goodbye, not in words but in space, in the pause at the door, in the breath she misplaced. I still play it nightly in the dark of my mind, that soft little leaving no rewind can find. cried, just looked away like the sun does slow. At the end of the day, her eyes said what her lips left cold. A story cut short in the middle of gold. I heard her sigh when she grabbed her coat, a low little sound that caught in her throat. And I knew then what I hadn't before, that goodbye don't need to knock on the floor. It's the sound of her goodbye, like a needle on a scar. A record still spinning though she ain't in the car. It lives in the curtain, it hums in the fan. It's quiet but deeper than any loud man. I talked to the chair where she'd pull her knees and ask it questions with no replies apiece. Her perfume's gone, but the room still tries to hold the weight of her thin goodbye. People say goodbye's just a part of the ride, but they don't hear it when it stays inside. It ain't the word, it's the way it fell, like a leaf in autumn with a story to tell. So I live with the sound like a second skin, a ghost that hums beneath my chin. I hear it clearest when the night sits high, that softest note, her last goodbye. Back when Sundays were slow and the world moved soft and wide, we'd sit on the porch with nothing to hide, watching clouds crawl lazy across the sky with your hand in mine, and no need to ask why. The kettle would hiss like an old friend speaking, and the biscuits brown while the clock kept sleeping. Radio low, playing Sam Cooke's Smile, and all we needed was each other a while. Back when Sundays were slow, time bent like smoke, dreams didn't rush, and nothing felt broke. The church bells rang just to say hello. Lord, I miss those days when the world took it slow. You'd hum in the garden, pulling weeds like strings, and I'd hum along on my porch-bound strings. We'd talk about nothing and mean it so deep, then nap through the heat in a back porch sleep. Even the dog knew how to wait, chasing no cars, just the swinging gate. The sun would stay a little past noon, and shadows dance to the back porch tune. Back when Sundays were slow, before the calls, before the bills, before the wait that quiet kills. Back when later wasn't all we'd say, and now was enough to fill a day.
Now the clocks scream loud and the weeks run fast, and peace feels tied to a distant past. Even coffee tastes like it's in a race, and smiles don't linger on a busy face. But sometimes I stop and just let go, try to remember what I used to know. I close my eyes and let it flow back to those Sundays that move so slow. So pour one more cup, let the dishes wait. Turn off the news, just swing that gate. Sit down beside me, no need to go. Let's talk like we used to, back when Sundays were slow.
There's a pair of old shoes by the door you left, mud on the sole and time on their breath. You always said, don't move them, please. They know the way to memories. They've sat there quiet through summers and snow. Just let the ghosts where your footsteps go. I still trip on them late at night, like they're reaching out to hold me tight. Old shoes by the door, worn and kind, still laced with days you left behind. Every scuff tells a tale, every bend a song, and I can't bring myself to move them along. You wore them out walking downtown, chasing jukebox lights and dreams spun round. I'd wait on the porch counting stars and breeze till I heard them creak through rustling leaves. You danced in them in the kitchen dim, on vinyl floors where the light grew thin. We fought, we laughed, we drank, we cried. Those shoes kept beat through every tide. Old shoes by the door, gathering dust, still smell of rain and midnight trust. They ain't fancy, but they hold a grace, like a prayer folded quiet in an empty place. People say you don't take things when you go, but they never see how the small things grow. It ain't the ring, it ain't the coat, it's the way those shoes still hold your note. Sometimes I sit and time slow, pretend I'm you just heading out the door, and I walk the hall with heavy feet, hear echoes trail where memories meet. Old shoes by the door, too still to wear, but too
There was a time the world felt small, just a turntable humming your laugh down the hall. We didn't have much, just 2 cups and a couch, and a box fan singing blues from the South. The needle skipped right before the hook, but we danced anyway like we wrote the book. You lit your smoke off the stovetop flame, said if we stay broke at least we got a name. Vinyl skips and cigarette smoke floating through a room where dreams once spoke. Ash on the floor, wine on the sheet. We made nothing feel like a backbeat heat. The fridge was humming its one-note hymn, and the lights would flicker when nights got dim. We'd slow dance barefoot on the kitchen tile. You'd close your eyes and I'd fake a smile. There were no plans and no regrets, just old jazz chords and unpaid debts. The walls were thin but love was loud, and your whispering skin made me feel proud. Vinyl skips and cigarette smoke wrapped around us like a midnight cloak. The world outside could crash or choke, but we had groove in our worn out hope. Found your lighter in a drawer last spring, still smell the nights and distant things. That same Coltrane record don't play the same. Each crackle now just says your name. I tried to move on to change the tune, but echoes come back in a different room. Now I sit alone with a glass gone flat, wishing for a moment I can't get back. Vinyl skips and cigarette smoke, memories curled in a slow burn joke. We live so loud, we burn so fast. Now I breathe in the past like it still might last. And if I go before I'm old, let this song be what I told of nights where love was all we spoke, and vinyl skips and cigarette smoke.